I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, AfterBuzz TV Drag Race fans, and welcome to Secret Celebrity Drag Race Season 1, Episode 2. Our secret celebrity this week is Ronnie Jr. Everybody give a warm welcome to Ronnie Jr.
It's all vodka, a whole thing.
It's going to be a lively show. I am your host, 123 Jacque B on all platforms. With me, as usual, Mark J. Freeman.
Hello, hello, hello.
Jayla Roxx.
Hello, hello, hello.
3 X's if you're nasty. And Ollie Drennan.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
The puns.
Hey, real quick. If you guys were walking into a workroom, what would you say?
Okay, you go first.
No, I don't want to say it because I have one, but I want to save it in case I'm on season 20.
I would say I'm here, baby. Eat me like biscuits and gravy. Let's go.
Yes!
I don't know mine yet.
I have not thought about this at all, so I have nothing good.
Okay, they're shouting you out. You got to say something.
Mine. Okay, since I'm not gonna be a Real Housewives, this is my tagline for Real Housewives. I'm gonna use it for Drag Race.
Okay.
The only thing toxic about me is that I'm constantly intoxicated. Lame, I know. But there,
Come on,
that's
Jacque,
first
give
in
us
mind.
I have to think. I'll give you one by the end of the show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna trust Jayla. She knows what's going on. So our celebrity mentors were Alyssa, Asia, and Trinity. And then the celebrity guests were Tami Roman, who Ronnie is a big fan of. So that's why we brought him in for this episode.
Love her.
Loni Love, who is a comedian, and then Vanessa Williams. I was so excited. I know she's been like a guest before, but I was just tickled pink to have her there. I always love a good Vanessa Williams cameo. So we're gonna start with asking Mark what he thought of Alyssa's outfit.
I know what you're fishing for.
Yeah.
You know, should I read? No, I can't read the tweet because I'm using my phone. I text you guys after watching the episode and I think my battery's low. Shoot, I got to plug in my phone. But I said because she's supposedly one of the richest to come from RuPaul's Drag Race. And I said, for as much money as she has, you would think she would have better makeup and better clothes.
Oh.
And now I'm going to grab my cord. I'll be plugging something in, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's worry about your cord, buddy.
Well, he's gone. I liked Alyssa's tights. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, she's stoned those tights, girl.
I know. I liked them. I like a good stoned tights.
Right.
And she has nice legs, so I thought that was good. I was really excited to see Asia again because I was a huge Asia O'Hara, or I am a huge Asia O'Hara fan. So that was fun.
I liked her entry, her butterflies. Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. So I know, Ronnie, you were excited to see Tami Roman. You want to
Yeah, I like all three of them actually. And I agree with you, Vanessa Williams. Huh?
I know. I love all three of them.
That was a really good group. The first episode, same. I liked them all as well. But this one was really like a fun group to me. Everyone brought something different to the table. I believe exactly what Jacque says. Like, yes, we've seen Vanessa Williams in the judging side, but like to see her be competitive, I like to see somebody who's been in this industry in so many different lanes and continue to rock and roll. So she was a delight. So I don't want to pass over that. But Tami Roman, to me, a lot of people would give her credit merely for being a really wild and crazy reality star. But the truth is, like, she's done a lot for many years. Like, she started doing reality TV in '93. She was on the second season of The Real World. And even that season, she did things that people don't do today, or if they do it today, they do it in a fake way. She had an abortion on the series. She worked for the LGBT Center at that time, which was a little different for, acceptance or whatnot. And she was doing HIV testing. Like, she's been in a girl group. She grew up in sort of like upstate New York, but she went to school with Snoop Dogg in Long Beach in high school. She's been raped. I mean, I'm just bringing out a lot of things to show that she is more than a messy reality star. Like, I really, really like her. I've watched all the specials on her. And I like to see her perform and be really funny because, again, people only think she's loud and obnoxious, and that is just not the case. She's a really sweet, hardworking performer. And I love seeing her on the show, Jackie. I really did.
Oh, I loved it too.
I only knew Vanessa Williams. So I like this show because I'm being introduced to celebrities I didn't know before, maybe shows. I mean, I knew Basketball Wives, but I haven't watched it. But I'm being introduced to, people I didn't know before. So that's always cool. Like, I thought Tami was really nice on the show, and I thought Loni was too. So, and the same thing with the last episode. It's like you get to know these people, and hopefully it's like cross blending genres. Where like maybe there people come see this show, and then now we are interested in seeing what else they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So what did you did you guys want to have any other comments on the celebrity guests and what you thought?
I love Loni Love. Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I just really love Loni Love. Like Mark, remember when last year we went to the Reality Critics Award, we saw Loni, we interviewed her, and I even asked Loni, are you going to be a guest judge on Drag Race? Last year, that was May, right? And so like, it's so funny that she ended up not as a guest judge, but actually a contestant on the Drag Race, Celebrity Drag Race. So that we didn't know that was a thing, I don't think, back then. So she must have been, that was in May, so that must have been filming somewhere around that time. So it just really, I was so pleasantly surprised to see her.
I believe this series was recorded more closer to January though, and I think it was in Las Vegas actually. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd seen some production notes on that. I think
they did it.
Yeah.
In Vegas. Wow.
I believe so. And those two dancers, Michael Silas and the other one, I think his name's Eric. They were also in when RuPaul had the Vegas show. So I'm just saying this is what I think the timeline was. I think, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I also heard that this is supposed to be the last episode of the series.
Oh.
Because they had such a big guest or whatnot, but I guess they had switched the episodes because of the ratings.
So the ratings last week weren't good?
I think they were okay, but they weren't.
No, I thought that they got like the best ratings they've ever had last season, or the last episode. I thought. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Let me Google it.
That might have just been Monet and Bob saying it on Sibling Rivalry. But
True.
I mean, more power to them because I love those two. But yeah,
a lot of times though, they will, like in reality TV, not for normal Drag Race because it has, the episodes have to be in order. But if you're shooting something like this, it's like, yeah, you can mix up whatever the order was when you air it if you choose to,
Yeah, and it was interesting because I think, we're having this moment of sometimes we're very protective of our community. So then women were coming into the workroom. But I got to say, like, this particular group was a great group. I think Loni Love represents a lot to a lot of people. I know that she does her show, The Real, but I know some of the work she does outside of that. Like, there's a radio program that she works on, and one of my good colleagues, Angelique, worked on that show. So I've kind of seen Loni Love's career in different ways. And I know sometimes she sort of is limited to one thing, like the funny gal. So I really was excited to dive in and to see, her talk about her body, et cetera, et cetera. I think this is a great episode. I really liked it.
What did you guys?
Mark has her. Mark's hand is raised.
Go ahead, Mark.
I just found the headline that I saw. It's on Deadline.com. VH1 scores highest rated Friday night in over 10 years with RuPaul's Drag Race and Secret Celebrity Drag Race.
Well, maybe they could have felt like they needed to follow it up with saying, okay, like we have a huge star like Vanessa Williams and other people that people know and love, Tami, Loni Love. So maybe they were thinking, well, we'll put this right after.
Fire hot.
Huh? Yeah, keep the fire hot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant by it.
Yeah. I got you.
Since December 2007, this is their highest rated Friday night since December 2007. The latest episode of season 12 kicked off the night earning 0.64 in the adults 18 to 49 demographic. This was the second highest rated episode of the season. And the debut of RuPaul's Secret Celebrity Drag Race followed and earned a 0.5% in the demographic, and 685,000 views tuned in to see the Celebrity Drag Race.
Hey, Mark, do you have the shade button on deck?
Right there.
I got something to say. I was much more intrigued.
I got two.
I was much more intrigued with the celebrity episode, and I was very bored with the season 12 episode. So that is my shady comment.
This week? You didn't like this week's episode? The makeup?
This, to what everybody said was season 7, as far as like not being talented and boring, etc. I keep saying season 12 is the season 7 to everybody else. It is one of the most challenging seasons for me. I think Heidi has not, I know we're not talking about that show right now. Heidi has never made my face laugh, not one time.
Oh,
never.
No.
She is not funny, you guys. I think you guys are being fooled by the fact that that's all we get to watch. I'm just saying, shady button, let's go.
Ronnie. Where'd
Jayla go?
Jayla tried that earlier on the season. It didn't work well for her.
I have a question, Ronnie. Are you upset that Britt is?
I knew he was.
Oh my God!
Next topic, Jackie. Next topic. I'm done.
Oh my God! Okay, you guys, we're here for Secret Celebrity. They did a Macho Man mini challenge.
I wasn't in the scene. I wasn't there. I don't know what I was talking about. I didn't say nothing.
So the mini challenge was the Macho Man challenge, which I loved. I think it's funny. I always think it's funny to do the gender flip thing. So I thought it was hilarious that, you know, you had these women doing like basically a joke on erectile dysfunction stuff. And I thought,
which isn't a joke. No, I'm kidding.
Mark's like, it's very serious.
Kidding. Okay. I don't have erectile dysfunction before people start saying that now.
We already have a hashtag.
I know. I shouldn't have even gone there with the joke. Forget it.
Woo. But I thought each one of these ladies was so funny. Like they came with a character. They were like ready with that character, and they stayed in character throughout the commercial. I was a little bit bummed that they didn't mix up the monologues for the commercials, so they all had the same, like they were all using the same monologue. So I kind of wish that they had given them a different.
I think somebody was copying somebody else's. I don't think it was scripted.
Oh.
Well, come on, keep talking.
Because Vanessa's wasn't like everybody else's. And I thought the same, because I was like, wait a minute, is she just, I think, sorry, I know you like Tami, I don't know her, I don't watch the show, I have no idea who she is.
I don't know her, Mariah Carey to Jayla, okay, but go ahead.
But I'm just saying, I feel like she was taking bits and pieces from what she had seen and doing them because she didn't know what to do.
Oh, I don't know. She might have been one of the best ones. She had the best mannerisms. I think Vanessa Williams will always be the best, but I really like Tami, and it's always hard for me to say that because people will think, oh, you're just being biased because it's somebody you enjoy. But I really, when I watched it, I was like, you know what? Because I watched her other reality show, and I know her relationship with Reggie, her now husband, and I felt like she was doing a take on that a little bit. And so I felt like it was really funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I just want to take a minute to say hello to the fans. We also have Kenny Harrison in the chat, who was our secret celebrity last week.
Hi, Kenny.
Thank you guys for joining us live. If you make a comment on iTunes or YouTube, you could be fan of the week. We have Who Dat, PYT, The Lean,
Jay Ruiz, who got fan of the week last week, is in there.
What?
Jay Ruiz, who got fan of the week last week, is in there.
Thank you guys so much for joining us live. We love you guys joining us live. Ronnie, unfortunately, there's a couple people in the chat room who don't agree with your assessment.
That's okay. Everyone has an opinion. I'm not as mean as I used to be when I did this show before.
You're not mean. Ronnie's
But
not mean.
I
You
used to
guys
be.
don't like it? Be
I-
sure to hit up at Ronnie Media page.
Doesn't exist anymore. I'm doing a rebrand, Jayla. I'm doing a rebrand right now.
He's like, I got a new name.
Yeah.
It's just
New
New
website.
identity.
Yeah. I'm the nice guy now. Mark's the meanie.
so. Any other thoughts on the mini challenge before we move over to the main challenge? No? Okay. Loni won the mini challenge. The main challenge was a Rusical. And again, I like that they're picking fan favorite challenges because like they start off strong with the Snatch Game, which they know fans love. They know fans love the Rusical. And of course they do a Dolly Rusical. So, picking someone who's iconic and the like songs we know, etc. So the Rusical was Twerking 5 to 9, based on 9 to 5, with Dolly Parton. So Loni plays the Lily character. Tami plays Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin. Tami plays Jane Fonda, and then Vanessa plays Dolly. And then they were paired Loni with Trinity, Asia with Vanessa, and Alyssa with Tami. Did you guys have any thoughts about the pairings, Mark?
Sorry, I had a fly. I was like,
Oh.
I opened my front door. I opened my front door to get air, and now I've got flies coming in.
Excuses.
Or they're chasing my Chardonnay.
Let's go.
So what did you guys think of the pairings? I thought, like, I agreed with Ru where Loni and Trinity seemed like an odd pairing to me, but it worked. It worked. Like, I would see it, like, Ru was like, this could be a buddy comedy. And I was like, yeah, I could see that.
Oh, of those three, I would have picked Trinity in a heartbeat.
Oh, I would have picked Asia. Straight up, I would have picked
I don't have a problem with Alyssa. I'm disagreeing with Mark on all accounts. I like Alyssa. I don't know.
I'm just
You can have her.
Just give it. Jayla, we love them all. I'm beyond anyone's team.
No, I did not.
Ollie and Jayla just want followers on social media. Okay, that's what this is about.
No.
And they look so cute. Oh, it's that taut skin.
Are you kidding? I can't pick between Asia and Trinity. Are you kidding me? Like, if I had to pick one of those two, like, I can't pick. They're both amazing.
You're
Alyssa,
trying to pick between two people who lost and an all-star winner.
I said Trinity
Well, but is she a winner?
and Asia.
Is she?
I know. That's
And
what I'm saying.
is Alyssa?
Like, there's no choice. She's
But
an
is-
all-star winner.
I get
But
that
is
way
she,
of thinking.
though? But is she?
I think what's interesting though is you guys, shady boots. Is it a group consensus that we don't think Alyssa's that dope? I think Alyssa's great. I would have totally picked Alyssa. I'm not saying I wouldn't have not picked the other girls, but I like the way Mark said it, like as if she was a problem. I don't see that at all. Anyway,
Alyssa's a fan favorite. It makes sense to bring Alyssa on. I've consistently said that Alyssa's like not really my thing. So I just wouldn't have picked her because I am a huge fan of Asia and not really a fan of the other two. So, and that's why they bring in 3 different types of queens so that people
right.
will hopefully see somebody in each episode that they like.
They're the starters.
Did the celebs have a chance to choose which role to do? Because obviously, if you did, you would want to go for a Dolly Parton role, I would say. Because I thought I just watched 9 to 5 recently, like rewatched it, and so I'm like deep into it right now. But
He said deep.
Huh?
He said deep.
Yeah, deep, yeah, throbbing deep.
He's deep into it.
You too.
I'm cut off.
I just
I
feel like
haven't even been drinking.
what is happening? I guess I'm done.
So Ronnie was deep into the episode.
I was deep throbbing into it. Yeah, I was.
That was last week. That was last week. You were deep into it with Monet because I know you're the biggest Monet stan.
For sure.
Rightfully so. We love Monet.
But I don't know. Like I see, Dolly seems like the best character to pick in that situation.
I I think it seems like they just gave them out to, they gave them out to people based on what they thought they would be able to do best. So, and also it's like Vanessa is the most well-known. She's had a career for like 30 years, Grammy winner, Broadway star. So Miss America. And so I think that like they gave her Dolly, like the most iconic, because she's Vanessa Williams. But I liked their names. I liked that. I have a fun time with the names. Tami was Miss Shanita Cocktail. Loni was Mary J. Ross. Vanessa was Vanquisha the House. I'm enjoying how creative people are being with their names. I don't know if they're getting any help or not, but because I wouldn't be able to come up with a name. But maybe that's why I'm not on the show.
On the show, Jackie.
Yeah.
We're not cool enough.
But so Tami's, so they're all competing for charities. So Tami's charity was St. Jude Children's Hospital. Vanessa's was the Trevor Project, and Loni's was Dress for Success. So this episode, they had a rehearsal, which I love. And I know Mark's going to have a quote of the week, but my quote of the week was when Loni was in the rehearsal room and she was like, "It's a real choreographer, not somebody's cousin," which that
was funny.
I thought that was
not
funny.
my quote of the week, but funny.
Yeah. But so I always enjoy seeing them in rehearsal, because then, there's that leap between them like struggling in the rehearsal or like, kind of getting to know the scenario and then seeing what they actually do on the main stage. So any thoughts about like rehearsal and behind stage and what the prep process was like?
No, it just seemed like obviously Vanessa Williams did dominate. And going against what I said earlier, I like Tami Roman on a lot of other cases. I think this was the challenge for her. I don't even think the role was even executed good enough. Like to do the Jane Fonda fitness, I feel like you could have done so many other things, be it political, be it plastic surgery, et cetera, et cetera. It just felt like you could do more with Jane Fonda. But so my analysis would be that obviously Vanessa was just, ahead above everyone else.
Some people in the chat were saying Vanessa had a leg up because she's like friends with Ru and she's been on the show before. I think she had a leg up because she's been doing Broadway. And I think that like in a Rusical, that kind of lends itself to an advantage, because that's essentially what you're doing, like a singing, dancing thing. So Mark, what were you saying?
I forgot. I was going to say that well, let me just say, and we discussed this not too long ago when my trainer, when I was at Warner Brothers, was in our chat room, that when they went around and asked what our favorite movies were, I said 9 to 5. So Ollie, I'm sorry that I'm boring you.
I'm listening.
I love 9 to 5, so this might have been my all-time favorite musical. I do love Madonna as well, so I think that was another great opportunity, thing. But I think the two musicals this year might have been the two best. I just love the idea of it, and I liked how they kind of broke it down. I thought everybody did a great job. Obviously some did better than others, but overall, I just sat back and enjoyed. It was nice to have 2 episodes where I wasn't judging McJudgerstein, I just kind of sat back and enjoyed, and I thought they all did a really good. And I don't think Tami came up with the jazzercise. Obviously, this is scripted and given to them and written, so that's what they came up with. I think they couldn't do a lot of the things you're thinking, Ronnie, just because it's Jane Fonda and you don't want to piss off Jane Fonda because she could be a judge one day. So you want to keep it on the bright side. But I really love 9 to 5 as the idea.
I agree.
So it was so cute. And I thought Loni was going to win it all. I thought Loni knocked it out of the ball.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked her story too. She was getting emotional and she was saying that Like, I feel like drag celebrates those who are different, and I feel like I'm at home here. So it was good to see, you know, somebody who doesn't normally do drag also feel like they have a home in RuPaul's Drag Race, even though they don't do drag or they're not a drag queen.
And it was, I guess, for me, refreshing, you know, struggling with weight for, you know, such a long time and having a bit of success in it, but then also this has been a challenge. And to always resort yourself sometimes to be pigeonholed as like funny or like louder or vibrant. Sometimes you just want to be, as I told Jayla early, give me the Bat-Me cosmetics, because you just want to be the pretty one sometimes. So it struck me in a way. It really like softened me. I watched it and I really related to that. I mean, I know it's like sappy and emotional, but I really felt Loni on that one. So
I think a lot of people felt that way too.
Yeah. The fact that, like, to me, I always saw Loni as such a confident, like, host. Like, she's so talented as being a host. And so I was really surprised that she was a little, like, nervous and a little anxious coming onto the show, because I just always looked at her as someone who's so talented at what she does every single day on the reel, whether she's doing a host at an award show. So I saw a different side to Loni, and you were really rooting behind her. And I thought, to me, she did better than Vanessa Williams as Dolly. Like, as Lily, like, she was the last one to go, and she killed it. Like, she was doing the choreography. She was giving me also Missy Elliott vibes. Like, I was team Loni for sure in this episode.
I thought they were both good. I just think that Loni missed being Lily, and she did Missy Elliott vibes.
But I don't think that's Loni missing it. I think that may be how it was. Again, I think it was how it was written.
Yeah.
So
probably, yeah.
But I agree. I do agree with that, because I thought the same thing. I was like, I feel like hers was less that character.
Yeah.
But it fit Loni, and I thought she knocked it out of the park.
I mean, yeah, we are splitting hairs because they were all very good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I really like this. I think I heard Jayla on last episode or one of the episodes how they do certain episodes to have like that Emmy nomination. I don't know, you guys. Maybe like I said, I'm softer and nicer than I used to be, but I was like really emotional watching this. And I usually am like, no, I like this one, or I don't like this one, or Heidi's boring and not funny. I didn't feel that way with these girls. I really liked all three of them. I was very emotional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jayla.
Oh, it was definitely the episode that I was like hoping for, because this was their redemption for most of the comments that they had last week. So good say.
I just wanted to make a comment in this episode that I said in last episode, which was Loni said her makeup looked like the Lion King, and Trinity was explaining to her about like cooking or baking, where they leave the makeup on. And I didn't know that. I just thought that like you do that and then you immediately blend it in. I didn't realize like that leaving it
baking
there.
Baby.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I have some tea.
Huh?
I have some Celebrity Drag Race tea.
Ooh,
yes.
Do share.
All right. You know I know everything, child.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode, there was a miscommunication with two of the celebrities' makeup. So I believe they didn't like the makeup and they had to reset. So if you watch the mirror moment and the final, there's two different makeups.
You're not going to tell us which one?
Of course not. I'm not getting sued for this. I'm not getting sued for you.
Should tell us after we go off here.
I'll tell you.
And also, too, I meant to send you guys the link. I don't think I sent it yet. There is a little bonus, because they've been adding those bonus clips. Miss Raven is in the bonus clip. Yeah.
She was
she was on the show but wasn't included, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it was like Chanel last week.
I was so happy to see Chanel in the digital clip, and it was such like, I mean, I wish it could have made the actual show, but it was still a really good representation of Chanel. Who doesn't love Chanel?
I think the clip is called "Just the Tip" with Raven.
Well, they have to be in drag for tax purposes, so that's why they're only there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any other thoughts on the main challenge? They get a special message from Dolly, which I thought was really sweet. Like you guys, I thought the main challenge was like they all did so well. It was a blast to watch. Did you guys have any other thoughts on the main challenge before we move to the runway?
No, I thought they were all more compelling than Heidi. I don't know. That's all I got. Heidi's been one of the most I'm done.
No. So the runway was eleganza extravaganza. I was a little bummed that I thought they were going to keep this theme of doing like RuPaul's former looks.
Yeah.
So I was a little bummed that they didn't do that this episode, even though I thought they looked great. I was just kind of like hoping for that to continue, even though it didn't. But I thought they all looked beautiful, and
I know we mentioned it sometimes, but Ru's look on this particular runway was one of my favorites. I really liked it.
I thought the last Drag Race episode, she looked really great too.
And then after the runway, they have their Loni's boyfriend comes in, Tammy's husband calls, and then Vanessa's daughter calls. What do you guys think of these moments that they're having with their relatives in these episodes?
I just love that James left with a bow and a wig.
Yeah.
I'm always on the side of the more sappy, I'm always into it. I know that there's been conversation on this after show. Sometimes they become almost contrived, having like these faux mirror moments but no, I love them. I love them each and every time. I do think when on the regular series, it gets a bit manipulated because the girls have been away from their family for such a long time. So you like draw up an emotion. But for this particular challenge, I think it's actually nice and it's good to see a little bit more of their personality through the people that they love.
Yeah. It was like reassuring. It's nice seeing like these allies come on the show, and then like for the Skype or the FaceTime that they were doing, it's cool to see that they're also being supported. Like, so it's like a huge support system, and you see a different, more human side, as I brought up, to these celebrities, and so it's very touching. Yeah.
Jayla, did you have any thoughts?
Did I don't want to say that. So no, I don't have any thoughts. Well, I'll send you a group text.
Okay. Fair enough.
Compelling.
And I'll screenshot the group text and I'll share it on Twitter.
And then they have the lip sync and Vanessa wins, which I kind of figured she would. I mean,
yeah,
it was real, like, I don't know. I think I would have been mad if she didn't, because she's Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, Tami and Loni took their shoes off, and they went to like Carson and Ru and the shady sound effects. So you knew Vanessa was gonna win.
Well,
like that.
And I think, and they even played a clip of Ru. Is it Ru leaning to Michelle or Michelle leaning to Ru saying she took her shoes off? And I almost feel like they did that on purpose, so they justified Vanessa winning.
Yeah, it might have been a little.
Note to season 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 queens. Don't take your shoes and your wig off.
Don't take your wig off unless you got
19,
another wig
20.
on underneath.
Yeah, don't take off your shoes unless you have another pair of shoes underneath.
Somebody's got to do that. I want to see that happen.
I love how dramatic they were about it, though. It's like, come on, they're all gonna win with like they're still getting monies for the charity.
Yeah.
It's like,
well,
they're all winners.
No, I don't think the other two. I think they legitimately think only one person's charity will win, because I think they do seem surprised.
Yeah, they don't know that then. We know now because we've seen 2 episodes,
right?
But they definitely don't know that they're gonna win. Yeah.
And it's nice too, because then you feel like, okay, I don't feel bummed that this other good cause didn't get money,
Yeah. Especially like Tami, like that was a very personal charity for her with her mom.
Yeah.
So any last thoughts before we get to fan of the week and news and gossip?
Who do you think's gonna be next?
Honestly, I'm
Ollie Drennan.
Wait,
I would
like
love to see
a celebrity.
I would actually love to see more celebrities that have been guests on Drag Race come in and compete, because I feel like they would.
Jackson.
Yes.
LaToya Jackson's winging.
Oh, that would be good, Mark.
Yes.
That would be very good.
Like I feel like
Jonathan Bennett
having
would be great.
huh? Oh, Jonathan Bennett.
Bennett.
Yes.
Adam
Yes.
Lambert.
I
You're
love
welcome. You can hire me. Rule of Wonder, VH1. You can hire me. And
I'm the opposite. I want to see people who haven't been on the show. I want new people who have no experience with drag, celebrities.
Oh, McHale.
To show like what
That
it's
would
like.
be good.
No.
He's-
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
not after the way he was a guest judge. You're right.
He's
Okay.
so
That's why I
annoying.
said it.
I don't know why I'm only sticking because the show was the 3 women, so I have like women in my head. I think especially because Bob loves her so much, I think Whoopi Goldberg would be such a fun thing just because she's always
She's
Whoopi.
the guest judge next week, I think.
Next week on regular Drag Race, yeah.
Yeah, just because she's got this whole thing of like, yeah, she's casual, but that was kind of a thing she created for her own career. I think it'd be cool to see her glammed up.
And she's an icon. I mean, it's always fun to see somebody who's
I mean,
an icon.
she will perform. Yeah.
I want to see Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Her
I want to see her
problematic
eating chicken.
I still want to see.
Okay. Do you know? I'm sorry. Do you know? I
No,
think
it's fine.
do it would be like a Don Lemon type. I think would do the show. I feel like that's gonna come at some point.
Yeah. Like an Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, something.
He's a
about-
dad now. He can't.
Dads can do drag.
Oh, I'm not saying they can't. He's just busy.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We are now doing our, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, fan of the week.
Fan of the week.
A disco queen and call. You guys are the fans of the week. Thank you for your comments. You get a dance from Jayla.
Yes. And those ain't free. So
They ain't free. You gotta tuck money in her pants.
yeah, or under my wig.
Mark, what is the quote of the week?
Quote of the week, hands down. As soon as it came out of her mouth, I was like, that's it. That's the quote of the week. Was Vanessa Williams' entrance, and she said, they saved the best for last.
Yes! Oh my God, yes!
That was
I
great.
was like,
Which
that guy
Jayla
was
brought
so-
up.
I might have even stood up in my living room and applauded. That was the shit.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be the last episode, but
Right.
That's okay. It was still good. I mean, it was still an on-point entrance comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
made sense.
And her competitiveness throughout every aspect of this episode was good. I really liked watching Vanessa for sure.
Well, I like that, you know, she explains that she's up for everything, and that's why she's had such a long career, because she's willing to like try all kinds of different things, you know.
Yeah.
Any news and gossip?
We talked about most of it on the last show, but we could reiterate. DragCon, digital
DragCon's online.
DragCon.
DragCon's online.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did watch Circus of Books, and Alaska's in that. It's
Yeah.
not like about it's not about her, but it's a pretty good doc. And it's very quick, an hour and a half or whatnot. So yeah, you can check that
Yeah.
out too.
And
Yeah.
Ollie has Ronnie has his own channel. He interviewed Peppermint on that channel. So
Yeah.
you should check that out. And there are more cool interviews up. I don't know if you have interviews you want to tease, or you want to keep them secret celebrity interviews.
No, just other reality people, possibly Michelle Visage soon at one point too. But also with AfterBuzz, I'm going to collaborate with them to do a podcast about my queen, J-Lo. So that's going to be something you can look out for on the AfterBuzz platform. Yeah. So
I know. I'm so excited about this because I'm going to get really candid about a lot of things. And it's going to be like Jayla Stripped. That's what we're going to call it, the documentary.
Me likey. I'll tune in.
Love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Any last thoughts before we go?
No,
I just love you guys.
you guys are
Aw.
you guys are all so beautiful and also talented. Everything from like Steven and everyone like engineering. So I will be honest with you. This is why I connected with Loni. I was extremely intimidated to do this show, and I used to do this show all the time. And I talk my trash, and I'd be like, Monet Exchange is the best, even if she wasn't. But
She is.
This episode coming back, I was excited because I cackle with you girls all the time and we tweet and all that stuff and text, but I was very nervous to come back. I thought maybe the fans would read me to filth, and but I'm just happy to be here. That's all I'm saying.
Never. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, yeah. You be quiet. We saw your other photo in the text message.
Oh, actually, speaking of photos, Mark learned a new trick with an egg. Do you want to talk about
Oh my God.
I'll tweet it out.
Where's Jackie? Jackie, where'd you go?
You, Jayla? How dare you?
All right, that wraps up a celebrity version of Drag Race. We had a great season 12 episode that you all liked, and this was the celebrity version. Ollie, what's your social media handle?
Hey guys, it's Ollie. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at Ollie Dreamer.
Jayla?
Follow me on Instagram as Who is Jayla Roxx is 2X's3. Is you nasty?
Ooh, Mark?
And you can find me, the Mark J. Freeman on Instagram and Twitter. Or if you want to follow my lavish drag life, you can follow at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE.
And of course, all Jackie stuff is at 123 Jackie B. And I'm randomly Ronnie Jr. Okay, thank you guys for watching.
Love you guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.